Supernatural's the only show I watch anymore alongside Stranger Things and Once Upon a Time. It has everything. The story, the villains, and most importantly, the plot twists. And I may have concluded the reasoning for purgatory in my last theory, but today, we're going to cover the topic I promised at the end of my last video on Supernatural: what happens to demons when they die. Hello, I'm the Theorizer, and even though only a fraction of my fanbase actually watches this show, I am doing this for the theorization, not views. The current state of the alleged YouTube adpocalypse is quite poor, but I'd rather die with my dignity. Luckily, I'm not going anywhere. So Supernatural. Demons are creepy, and even though I haven't made the thumbnail as of writing this script, I'm betting on it to be creepy, as it seems to reel in those interested. Anyways, spoilers for those of you who haven't yet seen Season 12, because Crowley dies, and so does Rowena, and so does Castiel, all in the span of under half an hour. So this video is going to be me, not only listing off the possible things that happen to demons when they die, but predicting how Season 13 will function. Let's do the dang thing. I cannot believe I just said that. Who am I? Miley freaking Cyrus. But unlike Miley freaking Cyrus, demons are just corrupted human souls, meaning that they are enduring, and they cannot be eliminated completely. Even in the empty, the place outside of the universe, souls still exist. They just can't escape or really do anything. So unlike angels, demons cannot die. Not entirely. And luckily, I have a few explanations as to where they may go. So the first explanation I have is that they do in fact travel into the empty. They cannot escape from there, but they still exist. I feel like the same thing applies to a human soul. If you're in heaven and your soul is somehow killed, my guess is that your decimated soul has nowhere to go, so it fizzles into the void, out of reality. This is a very fitting fate for demons and makes complete sense, although this is just a guess, and I don't really have any real evidence. I'm just listing off possibilities. But it also begs the question as to how burning bones can kill demons. If a ghost is trapped on Earth and you burn the thing tethering them, then they go to heaven or to hell. But if a ghost has already moved on and has become a demon, and you burn them again, like Bobby did to one of Crowley's servants, is the demon sent back to hell or killed completely? We may never know. But another possibility, which kind of fits along the lines of my other theory, is that they get a second chance. We know demons don't go to purgatory, but that doesn't mean they still don't get a second chance. Supernatural has brought us everything. They've explained off the veil, heaven and hell, and even dealt with resurrection. All forms of death and revival have been covered, except for rebirth. Reincarnation, coming back from the dead as something else, most likely in the form of a new human. So could this be what happens to demons who decease? Again, this is just one of my ideas on the concept, but it's really interesting and it kind of makes sense. But the one thing I am sure of is that they do not go to purgatory. Purgatory, as you'll know from my other theory, is reserved for monster souls only, and humans are not allowed in. And since demons are just twisted humans, they cannot go there. The final answer I see fitting, which I assumed through the duration as I binged the show, was that they return to being their normal spirits. The demonizing work is undone, and they return to being actual human souls. I think many people have accepted this as canon, but until things are revealed, we may never know exactly what happens to dead demons. So, will we get to see what Crowley actually used to look like before his demonization? Fergus MacLeod? Let's hope so. As far as Season 13 goes, we still don't know too much. Crowley's actor has said that he will not be returning, but Ruth Connell has remained silent, mostly. Probably because she isn't a series regular. Now, her silence could imply that she isn't returning, or it could be because they don't want to spoil her possible return. Don't get me wrong, I'm almost certain that Rowena is dead, but in the Supernatural universe, what happens when you die? You either stay as a ghost, go to heaven, or go to hell. If you are neutrally aligned, or heroic, or kind and helpful and all-around good-spirited, you go to heaven. But if you're extremely evil or cruel your entire life, or you sold your soul to crossroad demons, then you go to hell. This was all stated by the Reapers many times, and so Rowena is cruel, she is evil, she is nasty, hell is almost certainly her destination. Once admitted to hell, you are tortured into a demon. Rowena is the kind of person to not let that opportunity go to waste, even though she does have an extreme disliking to demons. But I'm sure she'd rather not be endlessly tortured and would much prefer to take any power she can get her hands on as soon as possible. So this begs the question, will Rowena return as a demon? And even if Ruth Connell says she won't return as an actress, that doesn't mean that Rowena won't return as a character. As a demon, she would possess other characters, meaning, yes, a new actor. And knowing Rowena, this would be supremely awesome and also hilarious. As far as more Season 13 predictions go, I am almost certain that Castiel will be resurrected by Lucifer's bastard Nephilim son, Jack. Not only did the actor Misha Collins, confirm his return, but Jack chose Castiel to raise him, and even though this alleged baby is now an adult, his world experience would be very small, and therefore Castiel would be the mentor that Jack would resurrect. Jack has extreme supreme powers of angelic divinity, and resurrecting an angel is par for the course for this abomination. Finally, very recently they said that John Winchester was coming back. I always felt like they'd close the series with all of the family living in the house together, reunited. Or perhaps all dead, but in a shared heaven, reliving the memories that were never created. I'm still betting on this being the case, whenever it may be. But we know his actor is coming back for Season 13, so maybe the series finale is closer than we think. We won't know until the time comes, but let's hope my prediction about Rowena comes true because I think she is a pretty funny character. And if Crowley truly may be resurrected in the form of a new creature, then it would explain why Mark Shepard isn't returning. Crowley will be reborn. So this was fun, but I must now go out and finish my Once Upon a Timeline, analyze some more Minecraft physics, and work on a ton of Disney theories. Until next time, I'm the Theorizer.